And this school, when they talk about partnering, and you need a village to raise your kids, I truly believe that, and this school has means the world to us. And I guess, that seems like a bit of an over-exaggeration, but I guess if I tell you a bit about Sophie's journey, then maybe you'll believe me a bit more. To begin with, I have to start by telling you that, and people have a hard time believing me because if you get to know her, you're surprised, but she's actually a very introverted type of child. She has to observe everything first before she actually puts herself out there. And so when she was younger, we were trying to decide what was important to us, and education was important to us. It opens up doors, it did for us. My husband's a journalist, I teach at George Brown in HR and analytics. Languages were important to us because, my husband's French and Norwegian, I'm Dutch and Canadian, so that opens up doors. And diversity matters to us, right? We're a blended family, or rather mixed family, so all those things were important to us. I am big on research. I toured all the schools. Sophie went on all the tours with us. You have to remember, when we were touring, she was going into pre-kindergarten, right? And so we were looking for a whole bunch of different factors that had to be safe, all those things. We toured all these schools, all of them with her, and she held my hand through all the tours. And then one of my husband's colleagues said, well, take a look at the Citadel. And so we went, and it was the first place that we went to that she let go of my hand, right? And everywhere, we were lucky we got to tour during the day, so we got to see some other kids. They all stopped, said hello, acknowledged us, right? And when we walked out, this is my little kid, she says, introverted, she says, I'm going to school there, very confidently. And I was like, okay, so we believe in giving her a voice, letting her decide. And we thought about it, we're like, what was it that really resonated with the school? And all the other schools, they're wonderful, beautiful facilities, great teachers. But here, they acknowledged my husband and I, but they actually acknowledged her more, and they spoke to her as a person. So she wasn't a kid, she wasn't, just another student here. They acknowledged her as a person, and so that really sort of stayed with us the whole time. When she was younger, we put her in everything, dance, soccer, gymnastics, singing, and ballet was sort of the thing that she really sort of, gravitated towards. So as she grew up here, one of the things that we had to find a balance is that she was dancing 20 hours a week, and she had, the academics here are more rigorous, and I worried. I was like, man, we're putting her, too much pressure on her. But that was the thing, she thrived on it, and she found her real potential. And as a parent, we sort of were like, okay, kids, push them to as far as you think they can, but let's be kind to them, sort of thing. But every time we would sort of try to take the foot off the gas pedal, she would demand more, and she'd want more, and that really sort of surprised us. And the school was really supportive, so she started to compete internationally, and we had to, there were times where she had exams here while she was doing shows, and the faculty here were really great about supporting her through all of that, making sure that she had everything she needed. At one point, I think it was grade 5, she was really struggling with math. And I remember saying to my husband, well, she can't be good at everything. At some point, we're going to run to a point where she's not great at everything. And I remember talking to her teacher at a parent-teacher interview, and they said, well, why not? And I went, well, because she can't. And they're like, well, you haven't given her a chance yet, right? So we'll work with her. We believe in a holistic education here, so give her a chance. And so, they did. She did academic support and everything. By the time she got to grade 6 last year, she was coming home with almost perfect math tests. Every 2 weeks, whatever, they did math tests. She did really well in exam. And we were at a competition abroad, and I remember, she's there with her teammates. I turn around, and I'm like, where did my daughter go? And she'd gone up to her room to finish her math homework that I didn't even know she had packed. But she packed with her, and she did while we were away, because that was important to her, and that balance, she found a way, to still be a kid. She went out and played with friends afterwards while we were there, but she got her schoolwork done first, and she got math done, which I thought would have always been the last on our list of things to do, right? But that wasn't the case. And so last year, she really sort of surprised us, and she came to us and she said, I want to audition for the National Ballet of Canada, their school there, and I was really surprised by that because this has been home for her for 9 years. You know, she's thrived here, her friends are here, this is, you know, home, a second home to her. But she was very confident. Remember, I said she was this very introverted type of kid who is very observant. She still is. She still is like that. But she isn't scared to put herself out there. And so one of the things that we really sort of discovered about her was that this school gave her the opportunity to reach her real potential and for her to become who she really wanted to be. And so I had a feeling she was going to get accepted there. And so when she did, I'm not the type to cry, but I did for a solid week because I wasn't sure if, as a parent, I was making the right decision. I know the academics of here are phenomenal. I know that the community here is wonderful, you know, and I couldn't figure out what it was that I was really upset about because she was very confident in who she is now and who she wants to become. And it dawned on me that every day my husband would drop her off at the side door, and we knew she was safe. That's what it was for me. I knew she was safe from bullying, she was safe from sexism, from racism. You know, she was safe to be whoever she was going to be here, and we never had to worry about that to a point that they've done such a great job here that she very confidently was like, I'm going to go to this other school and follow my dreams. So that's where she's at, and that's how much we believe in the school, that she doesn't even go here anymore. But she did for 9 years, and I think at some point, you know, she'll probably return here if she doesn't continue following her dreams with the National Ballet. But I did remember talking to Alfred about it and Muriel and saying, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. And they both very calmly said to me, let her do it. Like, let her follow her dreams because we're always going to be here, right? So whatever happens, if you feel like she's falling short with academics there or whatever, we're always going to be here. We'll figure it out together. And I truly do believe that. They have been our village, our parenting partners. They've been our family. They still are, which is why I'm here today. And so I leave you with any sort of like, you know, closing thoughts. It really would be, you know, if you want your kids to be successful because of who they know, you know, there's some other great schools, you know, please tour them, whatever. But if you want your kids to be successful because of who they are, and you want them to have the opportunity to find out who that's going to be, I promise you, you will not find any better school in the city, and probably even in this, you know, this province. I'd even go as far as saying country as the school here. So please find me afterwards, and if you're here still around at 12:30, I think my daughter's probably going to come pick me up because she's dancing right now. So she'll probably stop in with my husband